Like that's when when I went on the road with Nip and then the feds hit us, I left music all the way together. Then that's when you start seeing just Nip and Steve. After the feds hit, I was gone. Cause I was like, I can't move like this. And then I stopped fucking with music on my own, period. I started managing Veen Reigns. So that's when I started running the yard, cause now I'm managing Veen Reigns. I got Veen Reigns, Mike Epps. I'm doing all the comedians now, and I'm putting them in shows. I'm making like $300,000-400,000 just with Veen Reigns alone.
So if you left music all that time in between there, why do motherfuckers think that Nip left you, but you actually just left music?
I don't know. It makes for a good story. Like you gotta, I don't know.
Man, that's crazy, motherfucker.
I did not only that. I did 10 movies in between there. I wrote and starred in Force of Execution. I did white T-shirt. I did white T-shirts. I did both. I did Jam Master J's, two turntables and a microphone. I did up-teen movies. I was like in the movie space, like I am right now. And so most people only know music, so that's all you really think you know. But it wasn't no money. We weren't making no money then. Like it was absolutely no money being made on none of our brands.
And music.
And music at that time.
So y'all niggas made $0 even with Maul?
Nah, with Maul we made money.
Yeah.
You gotta understand. On Nip, we wasn't making no money.
But it wasn't streaming back then, though.
It wasn't no nothing. We was
that was mixtapes.
The first tour we went on, we damn near paid to be on that tour. We paid to be on the tour.
Was that Chuck shit?
Yeah. We paid to be on the tour, and we paid for everything. We didn't
so y'all paid to be on Game's tour, with Nipsey.
So they paid for a slot.
Yeah.
So they paid for a slot.
Oh, that's how I thought Game just was like, man, come through and fuck with it.
Game, I don't know where that story come from. That came from Dougie D. Dougie D is the one who orchestrated us doing the tour. So how that goes is, I had just did the Game shoe deal with Jimmy Henchman. And I made like 280 bands off of that. So, but that was because of Jimmy Henchman. So now I got a relationship with Dougie D. I hadn't even really knew Game at that point. But then after the shoe deal went through, that's when I met Game through Dougie D. Because Jimmy like, you at least need to meet him. So then I met him. I met Game and I knew Dougie D. So now I mess with Dougie D and T-Money and all their homeboys.
T was here too.
So now that's when I run in the game. But I run the game on my own.
So after doing 13 years, you get out and you build all these relationships through Suge?
No, I built them just on being like, like corrupt. Really, I'm gonna say corrupt. Snoop, they kept my name going in music.
Oh.
So now when I fall back, because I was doing shows before I came home. Like I did, I had Snoop at War, my unique brand anyway. At the time it was called Unique CDs on Soul Train. He did the, damn, what video was that? They did the, what song? Snoop and the whole East Siders all were, Snoop, I made Snoop the 21st, Trady the 21, and Daz the 21, Snoop had the 20, and I forgot what else they had. But they had unique CDs on them. And they did their video in it. So I always been popping in the music. I just needed to come home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you study business in there.
Yeah.
See, nobody don't know you study business in there. You came home, you doing it up, you had a couple connections, and you made them motherfuckers work.
That's really what it's really all about, connections. And really like coming into business and then being right with people.
So when you were with Nip, you guys really thugged out that whole tour with the Game?
Yeah, I didn't stay on the whole tour.
Oh, you didn't stay on the whole tour?
No, I left probably after, I want to say after Washington. After we did, maybe it was Washington, I think. And I left and came back home. And then that's when all the drama happened. And I'm like, oh, I'm out. Couldn't fuck with him no more.
Man, you doing all of that shit.
Nip was on the road. Nip kept going for about, I would say 5 months. No, not 5 months, about 5 to 6 more weeks they finished off the whole tour, went all the way around.
But so what happened exactly in between that tour? Because I ain't familiar with the whole Fed case and shit.
Well, I didn't have a case. The feds was really pursuing somebody else. And so what happened, one of my partners was on the run for 12 years. And the bus that we used was a part of the investigation. So when he was getting married, the way I talk about it now, because he already turned himself in. So when he was getting married, I told him, man, let me use your mobile home. So we turned around and went to Sony and told Sony we got transportation. We can get on the Game tour. Because that's when we had did the song with Nip and Game. It was called How We Roll. I think it was something like How We Roll.
I remember that shit.
And the song started picking up. So Sony's like, okay, we're going to put y'all on the tour. So Sony give us like 90 bands. So then we caked 20 off the top, me, Steve, and Nip. And we got 70. The homie like, shit, you ain't got to give me nothing. Just get it registered and get the insurance on it. Little did we know, once we re-registered it, it put it back on the hot list.
Oh.
But he been on the run 12 years. I only been home 3. So there's no way I could have been involved in what he was going on. But when the feds seen the bus moving, his son was on the bus.
They tracking all that shit.
They tracking all that, so they hitting us in every state. So now we re-registered the van in my wife's name. So when we registered my wife's name, they hit our house. And when I get back, they hit our house because they trying to track everything. They hit 21 people's houses. They hit my house, and then they find all kind of shit in the house. So in any black person's house, there's some burners in that motherfucker.
Maul had the feds on us too.
And then, but it really wasn't the feds that went on us. They was trying to track him.
Yeah.
And they was on him because he been on the run 12 years. So once the van once the mobile home came back active, because they was saying they had them niggas was smart. They had a travel agency. So not a travel agency, but travel agency, and so they take motherfuckers around the country in vans and buses. So you ain't responsible for what nigga put on the bus. But if you got a bunch of motherfuckers recording on there and you going out there, but you really moving weight.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like it was getting it. Like I'm talking about getting the bag. But then he was already on the run by the time we came on. If we'd have never activated that mobile home, he'd still be on right now.
Damn.
But then with everybody, he had 21 people's houses. He stood up like a man, like a real soldier.
And took it.
And came and took everything out of everything they get in everybody's house. He came and put it on me. I'm gonna take it.
That's solid as fuck.
Real motherfucker.
That's real.
How much time did he get? I mean,
He got life. But then I just heard that because they changed the drug laws,
Stipulations, yeah.
he finna get some of that stuff. Because you can't, I know one law is helping him is you can't take property and give time. So he got sentenced to time and they took property. So you can't do both. So the feds got to figure out what they want to do.
Man, look, I ain't even gonna lie. It's a lot of different narratives going on around about you. And when I first met you, I'm like, and I looked at you and I'm like, and I told my girl, I'm like, nah, that nigga, he a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I told a couple homies too. I'm like, nah, because I think I'm a good judge of character, but the rest of the world, still paint you as a villain though. You feel me? So it's like damn, how do it feel to be like? Do it fuck with you sometimes to be painted as a villain out here?
Only when it fucks with the money.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to come feel a person's energy. And I read so many books, and I read so many books, like, that you have to just go through certain things. Like, nobody's never going to see you for what you are. That's why they say Allah knows a man's heart and what other men's won't. So, basically, I look at it like that. Like, I mean, I got to just do it. When you dead, they're going to say all the good things you did.
Facts.
Point blank. I went to my homeboy's funeral yesterday, and I'm looking at his obituary, and I'm looking like, dang, I didn't know he did all that. And I'm just looking like, wow. What a loss, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro, and that's all they're going to do, read your scroll then. But I mean, it's like, I got to be the best. Even when I'm like with Maul, and I used to be with Maul, no matter what, when I walk through the door, I'm the bad guy.
For sure.
Okay, guys, we want to thank you so much for getting us to 100,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. If you want to support, please click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200K. Thank you. Thank you so much.